When I think about the most important characteristics for a man, one of the ones that comes to mind is reliability. And reliability is not on the surface the sexiest idea. It's not the same as aggression or potency or success and fame. But reliability is something that we can all harness. And in today's video, I've broken it down into 5 different parts. So I will tell you how to demonstrate reliability in your life using these 5 different steps. And I'll give you some examples of men, both from history and fictional characters, that have demonstrated these important traits. Hello, my name is James, and I'm on a mission to create a generation of gentlemen. The first step to becoming a more reliable man is to keep your promises. The foundation of reliability is doing what you said you would do. And therefore, a reliable man always sticks to his commitments. So whether you tell yourself or you tell somebody else that you will do something, follow through with no excuses. A fantastic historical example of this is Abraham Lincoln, a man who kept his promises so strongly that he even earned the nickname Honest Abe. And he did this even under great political pressure. For example, signing the Emancipation Proclamation in the midst of the Civil War, which freed slaves in the South. I also find Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird to be a great example of this trait. He's a lawyer in a small town in rural Alabama. And when the judge asks him to defend a black man who is accused of raping a white girl, he faces intense pressure and even threats of violence to try and stop him from defending this man. But as a lawyer, Atticus believes in defending the Constitution and that every man has a right to a fair trial. So he keeps his promises, both to himself, to the judge, and to the man he is defending. But most important of all, to his principles of freedom and a fair trial. In order to become better at keeping your promises, I recommend you start small. Do something minor like promising a friend that you'll help them move, or saying you will meet them for dinner at a certain time. And show up and build that reputation for trust and reliability gradually. Over time, people will trust your word as gold. The second step to becoming a more reliable man is to show up when it matters. In critical moments, reliability is about being there when people need you most. One of the reasons Winston Churchill is regarded as such an incredible leader, it's not just because he won World War II, it's because he was so present and he made such impactful speeches during a time of great darkness for Britain. With his leadership, he kept morale high and proved to the British people that he could be counted on. We also see this with Humphrey Bogart's character Rick Blaine in Casablanca. Now, at the start of the movie, he's rather aloof and detached. He doesn't particularly seem to be a heroic character. But then he helps his former lover and her new husband Victor escape from the Nazis. Even though it causes him a tremendous amount of pain, he knows that he's doing the right thing, and he shows up when it matters. So the next time your family, friends, or co-workers need you most, don't ghost them or let them down. Even the very simple action of just being present during a hard time can mean a lot. But reliability isn't just about being there. It's about telling the truth and being authentic. And that's why, to be a reliable man, you must be honest and transparent. George Washington earned respect for his honesty and integrity. He famously stepped down after serving 2 terms as president, which set a precedent for future leaders of the United States, a precedent that still exists to this day. And this wasn't merely a gesture, it was a powerful statement that power should serve the people, not the other way around. So it's very important that you don't hide your mistakes or try and avoid difficult conversations. When you're transparent, when you are honest, people feel like they can count on you no matter what happens. If you always have ulterior motives, if you're always out for yourself, people can't rely on you to do anything for them. They'll always be thinking that there's something else going on. Another crucial pillar to become a more reliable man is to stay calm under pressure. A high-pressure situation often reveals the true character of a man. While others lose their head and get overly emotional, A reliable man stays focused, and he's able to make good decisions when it matters most. A fantastic example of this is Bruce Willis's character John McClane in the movie Die Hard. He is able to make calm, calculated decisions in the most high-stress scenario possible. And if he lost his head or became controlled by his emotions, as do other characters in the movie, he wouldn't have been the hero and he wouldn't have saved everybody's life. So next time things go sideways, focus on solutions rather than panicking. And the best way to practice this is to be more mindful and relaxed in your day-to-day life. If you're always losing it because somebody cuts you up on the freeway or McDonald's gets your order wrong, how are you able to survive genuinely challenging situations? Every little reaction you have demonstrates to others whether or not they can trust you to steer the ship and be a reliable man. And the final point I want to share with you is to prioritize the needs of others over your own. Now, of course, this can be taken to an extreme. It can become a people-pleasing tendency, and that's a very bad idea. But a reliable man should have a sense of duty and commitment, particularly to those who are close to him, like his family or those in his community. This selflessness is a cornerstone of reliability. It's about putting others first when their needs are more pressing than your own. It's Christmas time now, and if you haven't seen it already, I highly recommend you watch James Stewart as George Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life. George constantly prioritizes his family and his community over his own ambitions and aspirations. But by the end of the movie, it becomes clear that his reliability has made him a pillar of his community who is loved by all. If people expect you to always be acting out of self-interest, they will never trust you to look after anything for them. On the other hand, if you can demonstrate the traits of self-sacrifice, if you can be somebody who puts his own needs aside to take care of the needs of others, that's somebody who is truly reliable. So by having more empathy, we can actually be more trustworthy. And especially as we approach Christmas time, I want you to think about what you could do for somebody else, whether that's a relative, friend, or some people struggling in your community to become a more reliable man yourself. Gentlemen, let's recap the 5 pillars of reliability. First, we have keeping your promises and following through. Then we have showing up when it matters. Third, we have honesty and transparency. Fourth, staying calm under pressure. And fifth, prioritizing others' needs over your own. If that sounds like a lot of effort, indeed it is. Becoming a reliable man is not easy, but remember to lean on these historical examples and get inspiration and power from them. But on your journey to become a better man, you don't need to go it alone. That's why I have created 2 online communities so you can find your new network of like-minded gentlemen. We've just hit 2,000 members in our free community, Gentleman's Lobby, where you can access a 2-hour self-improvement video course that I've made called The Gentleman Method. But if you're after a more exclusive experience, a place where I spend a lot of my personal time and where we have a weekly group video call, then you might be better suited to the Gentleman's Lounge, which you can access with a free 7-day trial. Whichever community is more suitable for you, I look forward to seeing you in there very soon, and you'll find the links to both communities down in the description. Gentlemen, thank you very much for watching.